Before the world had borders, before maps had names, there was a kingdom that ruled the waters like gods. It was called Bunyoro-Kitara, and its navy? Unstoppable. Their ships didn't just float, they flew over the water. Their warriors didn't just fight, they danced with blades. Their enemies gave them a name. The Black Japanese of Africa. Not because they came from Japan, but because they fought like ancient samurai. Sharp, silent, deadly. They had weapons no one had seen. Ships built with secrets passed through whispers. And when they sailed, even the wind bowed in respect. The leader of this legendary navy was Commander Kato, a warrior with eyes like a storm and swords that sang through the air. His younger brother, Koala, was faster than a falcon and smarter than 10 generals. One morning, the sky turned dark with sails. Boats came from every corner. Rebels from Busoga, pharaohs from Egypt, and worst of all, white-skinned invaders from across the sea. They wanted to take Lake Victoria, control the Nile, and break the power of Bunyoro forever. But Kato stood at the front of his ship and shouted, "Let them come. We were born from thunder. Let them taste it." And thunder came. In the lake shook with battle. Bunyoro ships zipped through cannon fire. Arrows flew like lightning. Swords clashed. Screams echoed across the waves. Kato leapt from ship to ship, slicing through armor like cloth. Koala spun his twin blades in the air like windmills, never missing a strike. One Egyptian commander trembled and asked, "What kind of warriors are you?" Kato just smiled and said, "We are the storm your gods forgot to warn you about." But danger is tricky. One night, Busoga sent a peace message, a fake. Kato was ambushed, arrows in the dark, a knife in the back. Kato fell into the water, bleeding, barely alive. Koala pulled him out and shouted, "You always trust too easily." Kato, coughing, just whispered, "Even the moon hides behind clouds, but it still shines." He wasn't done. Not yet. The enemy thought they had won. They sent their biggest fleet to take the royal island where the Queen of Bunyoro lived. She stood on the balcony, holding her royal spear, ready to fight alone if she had to. But then, the mist rose. From it came a sound. Drums, horns, war chants. The Black Japanese of Africa had returned. Their ships came in fast, covered in black cloth and animal bones. They lit fire arrows, beat shields, and roared as one. Kitara, Kitara, Kitara. The final battle was like a storm from the gods. Fire on water, blades clashing, boats sinking. Kato, bleeding and burned, stood tall, holding the flag of Kitara in one hand and his sword in the other. He faced the colonial general and said, "You brought machines. We brought spirit. You brought greed. We bring honor." And with a roar, he led the final charge. That day, the enemies were crushed. Lake Victoria was free. The Nile flowed proudly. As time went by, Queen Ajanonga was overthrown. And so, the thunder that once shook Lake Victoria fell silent. General Kato and Koala, betrayed by blood, hunted by their own, vanished into the mist of exile. But legends never die. The palace that once echoed with Queen Ajanonga's voice was seized by shadows. Her crown stolen, her legacy buried. Not by her enemies, but by her own kin. Behind the throne stood a man with fire in his eyes, the Queen's own uncle. A man who despised her rule, and hated the brothers who dared to defend it. But exile was not the end. It was the beginning. For in the south, Cato rose again, not as a general, but as a king. The kingdom of Uganda was born in fire, rage, and rebellion. And it grew, stronger, louder, prouder than Bunyoro ever imagined. Brother fought brother, crown against crown. The rivers that once ran together now ran red, but somewhere in the night winds of Africa, the ancestors still whisper their names. Kato the thunder, Kawala the flame, sons of a stolen crown, fathers of a kingdom that refused to kneel. This was not the end of their story. It was only chapter 1. Subscribe for more untold African stories, legends lost to time, reborn through voice, art and truth. Africa's history isn't hidden. It's just never been told like this.